let's be strong for our kids. There's so much in today's society, as we all know, that puts so much pressure on kids at such a young age, right? All the social media, the stuff they see on TV and YouTube, the things their friends are talking about, all the visual things. I mean, heck, when I drive down the highway, some of the stuff I see on billboards shocks me. And so there's so many things that our kids are seeing that are causing their minds and their thoughts to race way ahead of the age they are. So let's make sure that we help our kids be secure in that and know that we're strong. And when I say strong is sometimes you'll see it in things our kids will express to us that they're worried about things. You know, they're worried about something in school. They're worried about something someone said. There's a relationship going on at school with friends. There's different things happening around them that cause them to worry, to be concerned, to have anxiety. And so one of the things we've helped our kids with as they're younger, what we've taught them and tried to teach them is that, hey, you know, like that's an adult problem. That's a big person problem. Don't worry about that. Mom has that. Dad has that. We've got that. We got you covered. Or let's talk through that about how that situation's, affecting you. But again, typically when they're younger age, under 7 or 8, we would manage it by talking about how that's a big person problem. Mom or dad are going to handle that. You know, you're going to get through it, and let's give them simple steps to see that it doesn't really concern them, and that would really help them. As they've gotten bigger, one of the things that I remind myself, remind my wife, because we go through this too as adults, but also my kids as they're teenagers, they worry about things or something comes up. I'm like, look, there's a great principle that I personally learned, and you should read the book. It's by Dale Carnegie, right? It's a book about not worrying. And I forget the exact title, but basically it's Dale Carnegie, and he teaches you how not to worry. If you Google that, you'll find the book. But one of his principles in there is that when we have concerns, we have these worries we worry about all these things potentially. And his advice and the lesson he gave, which works so well, I've used it before myself many times over the years, is you write all your worries down on a piece of paper. Let's say you have 10 worries. You write your top 10 things you're worrying about on a piece of paper, and you stuff it away in a drawer, right? Put it in the drawer, and you forget about it. You could even set a timer on your phone or somewhere to remind yourself 2 months, 6 months, 12 months later, and you find that piece of paper and you realize, like he teaches 90% of those things never even happened. Never even happened. So this is one of the things we remind ourselves. We also teach our kids, put those worries down. Put those 4 or 5 worries you're having, put them on a piece of paper, slide them in there, pull it out 3 months later. And you'll see that none of those things typically ever even happen.